Hello everyone, back with more Genshin. So I'm almost done with all the necessary missions for the events, I think. I could do this whenever I'm done. I can do that before it's over. And I can do that. So, Karada is coming home soon. Yay. Let's... do this real quick. That means nothing to me.
Extract!
Let's get down to business.
Express delivery!
Very.
My tails!
Finally,
Sign here, please!
Many happy returns.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Yeah! Let's lock out! Adventure! Why do they never...
Whoops.
Service with a smile! Coming through!
It's my lucky day.
Express delivery!
There's more. How's this? Finally, to the very. Finally,
Fresh and floral!
Hop to it, Manzai! Hey, what give?
Damn it. Okay, stay far away from the ledge, no matter what.
Reconstitute. Oh.
Lucky day.
Service with a smile.
How's this?
No, I'm not going over there.
There's more!
Mini Happy returns!
Ah! To the very... Finally,
Zah!
No.
Cha!
To the very...
Yeah!
No.
Mighty mythical beast!
I'm going in. Yeah. Yeah. A little ambiance.
Yeesh. Suppression specialist mech. Don't know what any of that means.
Fresh and floral. Sign here, please.
Like, I've seen the words used with Farina, but I don't know what it means. You, sir, have to get over here. I'm not going over there. I'ma just frolic while I wait.
Service with a smile. My weakness. A little ambiance.
Fall before me! One strike will suffice. Cheap tricks.
Express delivery.
Win this battle.
Zah! Mini Happy returns!
You fall before me.
Why is this the
Teamwork
hardest
is dreamwork.
test run in the world?
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Get out of here! Out of the way! This'll brighten up the place.
Good lord. Never doing that again. So Emily, or however you say it, is fine. Let's see what Yelan... Yeah, Lala? Hydro...
Gotcha. Busted. Here comes the catch. Take it easy. Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
So much better. I love archery and, you know, the characters, but personally I'm not very good at aiming and stuff. But she's pretty good. I don't really have to aim with her, so she's probably the better of the two to try to go for with the wishing thing.
Incinerate! Inadmissible evidence! Motion to compel! Breath of the flame! Boom boom! Motion to compel! Time for your arraignment! Objection! Power that ended Haishan! To ashes!
Like Beto, or however you say her name.
You're okay, back! Oh, you're open.
I guess something to talk about while I do this. So I had a few friends in high school. They were like really big into Genshin at the time, and I wasn't really that interested. But I thought the characters were interesting. But I only really cared about certain ones, like Sucrose. So I don't know certain how to say certain names, and I don't know how the battle system works exactly, as you can probably tell.
Now's our chance.
I'm just doing pressing buttons, hoping it works.
Off with you!
You had your chance.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
I summon thee! Midnight Phantasmagoria! Look at you, Bootown! Think you can bully me?
I didn't realize how tiny this Dinah girl is.
Ha! I'm here. Got me that
Diana.
time.
Oops, that's not the right character.
Diana special. Ah.
Get me the heck out of here. Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna try for Yelan. Have her. I have 10 wishes. I just want to play it safe and like do one at a time. It's not like it saves anything. Ooh.
You smell nice. Let's hunt.
You're not Yelan.
General Goro of the Watatsumi Island Resistance ready and waiting. I've long heard of your sterling reputation, and I look forward to fighting our way to victory side by side.
You're
So,
cool.
what do you think? Did that sound inspiring?
You're cool, but you talk too much. Still don't want Yelan. She's what, like a 5-star? So then would it be golden and not purple? last 2 tries.
My name is Yanfei, top legal expert in Liyue, and for the avoidance of doubt, no one else comes close. From commercial litigation, to civil mediation, to criminal lawsuits, I'm fully versed in every area of the law, and I guarantee you a swift and satisfactory conclusion to your case. My contact details? Where should I write this down? Paper will just get lost, and it'll only rub off if I write it on the back of your hand, so... Aha! I know! I'll just write it here on the close of this... whatever this thing is that follows you around.
So we got some good characters from what I can tell. But again, I wanted Yelan. Or however she says. I'm gonna stick with Lumine. Ren Kagamine. Kagamine. An archer. I don't know, I'll take that, I guess. Big sword. Magic. Uncovering. I don't know, I'll give her that, but... There's some magic. You're electric. Electric. Mm-hmm. Berserker, I guess. Mm. Do I have another sojourner thingy? Mm. I don't know, I'll just leave it like that, I guess. Magic. Your fire. Mm-hmm. Roving. Okay. I guess that's fine. Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't notice. Um, Pretty good, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I think it's going well. Where's the third one?
Wow, these will come in handy.
like started this a while ago, and I never really got around to it. So now I'm finally playing because I want the Karada cat Puss in Boots.
A reward on the road.
If I'm saying anyone's name wrong, I apologize. But yeah, I recently started it, and I don't really know what I'm doing.
Prepare to be blown away.
Just doing what I can. What are you doing, Amber? Take your bow out.
No escape. Windblade.
Yeah, I kinda learned some tricks. Don't know about the whole, like, elemental affection thing. Like what combos you can make and stuff. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Maybe. I don't know. Oops.
A reward on the road. Bet you can't keep up with me.
I'm like level 22. Yeah, I don't really have anyone to join me. I don't know, I could maybe... Well, I know there's one friend that wanted to join me whenever I started playing, but that was a while ago. So I don't know if he's still interested. But, anyway, I get like a bunch of pop-ups of people trying to join me or whatever. Kind of annoying, but eh. Yeah, I was messing around a lot, fighting treasure and stuff. So, my level's good, but I need to do this Devalin thing. I haven't tried it, but I'm assuming Geo is good to smash this faster. I've tried Amber, Kaya. Can this win? Leave me alone, please. Okay. Oops. I looked down for a second and I'm dead. Thanks, whatever wall that was. Okay, let's try this again. Hmm. I thought there was a wind of gust over here that could help me get up, but guess not. That's not better. I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. I'm just gonna leave you guys to it. No, please. Make a note, this treasure. Well, could probably climb back up. Yeah. I know I shouldn't do it, but I do it anyway.
I'll keep this close. I'll keep this close.
I want to at least reach the waypoint thing over there so I don't have to keep, you know, traveling far away.
Look, a wind current.
Yeah.
It might lead us to the top of the tower.
A reward on the road.
Okay. Do I... No, because we're going up. Oh god. You're gonna come to life as soon as I come down. You're gonna kill me.
Oh, we can't advance any further. The ruins seem to be guarded by ancient seals.
Is this the work of Dvalin?
No. These ruins were once part of an ancient city. Dvalin just happens to be nesting in these ruins for now. These ruins even predate the existence of the Four Winds. Mondstadt is a city without a ruler. However, before it was ruled over by a tyrant. Anyway, I'll sing you that story when we have a chance in the future.
The markings on this seal. If my archaeological knowledge is not mistaken, this appears to be a light. If we retrieve and reintegrate all the parts, we should be able to get it working.
We should be close to completing the ceremony for this actuator. Let's put the last part back and see.
Key.
I'll keep this close.
Looks like we're right. There are 3 more halos circling the tower.
Which means there are 3 more corresponding light actuators to activate. I can see one from here. The rest must be scattered within the ruins around here. Let's go find them.
Why did Dvalin pick a place filled with puzzles and seals as his lair? Doesn't he get annoyed coming back home?
He doesn't walk in. He flies in.
You do have a point.
So I'm pretty sure I stumbled upon all these already. I'm not gonna make it. No, my things are gone. Damn.
Wow, this light actuating ceremony does work magic! It looks like one of the 3 halos above has now become solid ground! Let's start looking for the next puzzle!
Probably collect that first.
Windblade!
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this! Cool it!
I'll go see what this thing over here is. Absolutely nothing. No! My thing!
It seems 2 of the halos have become solid ground. One more and the seal to the top of the tower will be broken.
One. This one's simple enough. I spoke too soon.
Be gone!
Dodge this! Ha! 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 Ha!
Not so hard! No one escapes my sights!
Surrender and it will be gentle. Come a little closer.
Windblade!
It's done! Paimon thinks we should venture onward from here.
Little bamboos. Speaking of Zenless Zone 0, I've done like everything you can possible, so I'm just waiting for the update.
Is this an answer from this
trying
world?
to get Julian's W engine, but it's not going so well so far. Like, luckily I was able to get Ellen and her engine, but I need Julian's engine now. Like, I feel like it's important to have it because it's like specifically made for them. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. Like, I need their things. I need to complete the set. Don't you dare come to life. Thank you.
Is this an answer from this world?
to the top of the tower.
I'm thinking about turning these adventures into songs after we're done.
We're practically old partners now.
Hopefully, this song will be sung for years to come by the people of Mondstadt, just like the legend of Vanessa.
But like, what I mean with the engines, like, I want to use the one that's specifically made for them because it's like, you know, their best one. It suits all their abilities and whatnot. And I don't want to just give them some random one like I have been and just hoping it works.
I have loved that song since I was small. How are you feeling today, Honorary Knight? I am completely prepared and fully confident that we can do this.
You're so reliable, Master Jean.
Even Master D. Luke accompanied us to the very end, despite only being an accidentally involved bystander.
You shared your secret with me, and I only returned your trust to the same extent.
I think I know his answer, but what about Venti?
It's freedom.
Freedom?
When you first arrived at Mondstadt, did no one tell you that Mondstadt is the city of freedom? She really is a child of freedom. Mondstadt is a romantic city without the reign of a king, and its citizens enjoy the most freedom amongst the 7 nations. I hope the dragon that once protected Mondstadt will soon be free too. No one should have deceived him by telling him that Mondstadt betrayed him. And no one should have told him that it was his eternal duty to protect the city. He has the right and freedom to choose his own way of life.
Venti?
Well then, traveler, may the thousands of years of wind that have blown through Mondstadt go with you. Just like the last time, I shall channel animal energy for you.
I knew it. It was your voice I heard.
Oh, no wonder you said his voice sounds familiar.
And it's Erica, so familiar in that sense too. But Storming Terror. Whoops.
Look! There are 2 shiny spots on Dvalin's back! They appear to be poisonous blood clots that have coagulated on his wounds. The Abyss Order must have cursed the wounds. That's what's corrupting Dvalin's mind. To save Dvalin, we're going to have to get rid of those blood clots. Aim for those blood clots! Dvalin is getting away, but I'm familiar with his tactics. Just hold on a bit longer. Extract and condense the pure animal from the shots being fired. Shattering them will create acceleration currents.
Okay.
I can't control where they will appear, so keep your eyes peeled.
empty. The stings are too low. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be stuck here forever. Okay, oh, I can use... okay.
Look! There are two shiny spots on Dvalin's back! They appear to be poisonous blood clots that have coagulated on his wounds. The Abyss Order must have cursed the wounds. That's what's corrupting Dvalin's mind. To save Dvalin, we're going to have to get rid of those blood clots. Aim for those blood clots! Dvalin is getting away, but I'm familiar with his tactics. Just hold on a bit longer. Extract and condense the pure animo from the shots being fired. Shattering them will create acceleration currents. I can't control where they will appear, so keep your eyes peeled.
I see. Okay. Yeesh.
Now we can fight Dvalin on equal grounds. The grandest bard is here to help. But first, let me be clear. Even after hundreds of years without use, Dvalin's teeth and claws are still very dangerous. Here we go! Now is our chance! Aim for the tainted blood clot on his neck! Yeah! 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 Brace yourselves! This is Dvalin's ace in the hole! Celestinum Finale Termini!
This dragon has strange taste when it comes to naming things.
I named it for him just now.
Seriously?
Well, anyway, let's ride the wind currents and stay away from the breaking platforms. The energy flooding out from the fissures will be hot. Be sure to watch your step.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Ha!
No! Venti!
Now is our chance! Aim for the tainted blood clot on his neck!
This place is gonna collapse!
It's been a while since we flew like this together. Huh, Dvalin?
Just now. Why? Why did you not ask me to protect you like the last time?
Me not wanting you to listen to the Abyss Order doesn't mean that you have to listen to me. Freedom, if demanded of you by an Archon, is really no freedom at all.
Is this the power of the Animo Archon? But I am no longer part of the Four Winds.
Even if that's so, you still protected us regardless. Now spread your wings of freedom and go with my blessing.
And so, the Storm Terror threat was quelled. I clarified the misunderstanding to the citizens of Mondstadt and let them know that they are safe. To them, it seems Storm Terror attacked Mondstadt out of nowhere, and then vanished just as quickly. They must be finding the whole ordeal very confusing.
However, winds change their course. Someday, they will blow towards a brighter future.
Yee. One day later.
You guys are back! The honorary knight returns triumphant.
Yep, we're back from tussling with Dvalin.
You just returned yesterday, right? Jean got back first, and she told us all about your heroic deeds. I wonder if I'll ever get an opportunity like that.
All thanks to your referral.
That doesn't come into it. You guys deserve all the credit for how you resolved this crisis. When I brought you into the city that day, I was just doing my duty as an outrider.
Yeah, I loved all the cutscenes in the Hoyo games. Honkai Star Rail is also pretty good. I haven't played Impact the Third or whatever, but the cutscenes are all nice. Zenless Sun Zero.
You're welcome. But have you been waiting for us here this whole time?
Of course not. Just because I'm not out on the front line doesn't mean I don't have work to do. In fact, I'm dealing with the aftermath of the crisis as we speak.
Aftermath? Here? What happened in Mondstadt?
While Master Jean was away, the monsters lurking nearby made a coordinated attack on the city. Fortunately, we weren't completely taken by surprise. I detected the Hilly Churls were moving closer to the city a while back.
Oh yeah! Paimon remembers. When we first met, you were clearing out one of their camps.
Exactly. And if we hadn't started making preparations back then, Mondstadt would be in much greater danger by now.
Glad you held them off.
Me too. But I have a strange feeling that we're not out of the woods yet. Hilly Churls aren't usually capable of coordinating like this. Our best guess is that the Abyss Order is behind it.
They've taken over the Hilly Churls? Good thing we saved Dvalin, or they might have taken him too.
That's right. And since I'm the Outrider, it's up to me to keep eyes on the Abyss Order from now on. I'm sorry. You should be celebrating your victory, not listening to all this somber talk. I promised to take you out for some sticky honey roast, didn't I? Before everyone got caught up in the Storm Terror crisis. There's no time like the present, right? You guys hungry?
You bet! You may have forgotten till just now, but it's been on Paimon's mind this whole time.
Awesome, let's go! It's been way too long since I last ate a sticky honey roast myself. Wait for me at Good Hunter. I'll be right there. I just have to clean up here real quick. What timing! Not only was Jean away right when the Hilly Trolls attacked, but Kaya had disappeared too. Luckily, the knights on hand all did an admirable job, and we successfully defended the city. I guess Kaya must have had his reasons. I mean, it's not like he would have just sat the whole thing out at the cat's tail, right? Right?
Thanks for helping us clean up the battlefield. You really didn't have to, you know.
But I wanted to.
This work ethic of yours really puts me to shame. I know this paltry sum doesn't begin to pay you back for everything you've done for the Knights, but for what it's worth, please take it.
Pile 'em up.
Now I have to submit a full damage report on the disaster to Lisa. There were no casualties, but they still want a record of every scraped knee and every broken roof tile for some reason.
I salute you, Honorary Knight. The Acting Grand Master gave a public address on the Storm Terror incident. It was truly inspiring. The truth was incredible. And to think the Knights nearly approved a plan to slay the dragon. We were too quick to jump to conclusions. Still, it could take a long time for those who suffered to forgive Dvalin. And who knows whether they can forgive him fully. As ever, we must let the wind lead.
We're lucky Albedo stayed in the city during the crisis. Our defenses were all the stronger for it.
Good for you, Hawkmoth.
It was a rare privilege to see the chief alchemist of the Knights of Favonius in action. Makes me wonder whether I should try my hand at alchemy too.
Okay, I need to heal before we do anything else.
Ta-da! Barbara's here. Leave the healing to me. I will not disappoint you.
Cool, I'm gonna free Barbara.
Ta-da!
Once you reach rank 40, you can...
So Storm Terror's true identity is Dvalin, one of the Four Winds. We never should have forgotten his past sacrifice for Mondstadt. Every cloud has a silver lining. We're fortunate that our relationship with the Dragon of the East didn't sour past the point of no return. For that, we have you to thank. And Jean for her unfailing devotion. As long as we have the Knights of Favonius, peace and freedom will prevail in Mondstadt.
Wish you were able to pet the cats and stuff.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Unfortunately, no. 2 minutes for Barbara. I'll come back.
Ad Astra. Ad Astra.
Greetings, adventurer. The tales of your deeds are now known to all in Mondstadt. Continue in this fashion, you're destined to become one of the great adventurers of our age. Got anything for me to do? If you wish to become a great adventurer, there comes a time when you must move beyond the places you know. Now you have amassed such a wealth of adventuring experience, perhaps it's time for you to explore somewhere new. Take this letter and deliver it to Lue Catherine. And it's like a Nurse Joy situation. Should I call you Mondstadt Catherine in the future then? If it helps advance your adventuring career, call me whatever you like. Anyway, once Lue Catherine has this letter, she'll be your point of contact there for all your adventuring needs. Of course, whenever you're back in Mondstadt, I will still be delighted to be of service. I would ask that you refrain from opening the letter en route. If anything were to fall out, it could cause complications. Adventurer, the time has come for you to take the next step towards the stars and the abyss. Ad Astra Abyssic. Abyssic.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Abyssosk. Applesauce. Ad Astra Applesauce. Come on, Barbara. Let's see, radishes.
When you're high up, everyone can Ad Astra.
Here we go. This is it. Crisis, danger, the thrill of adventure. Adventurers Guild! Finally, our days of rescuing kittens and finding lost puppies are over! The age of adventure is upon us! Roll up, youngsters! Join the Adventurers Guild today! In this time of great upheaval, we must rally together, take on the dragon, and save our great city of Mondstadt!
Yeah, about that.
What? What? The Storm Terror threat is resolved? I missed the acting Clanmaster's speech? Storm Terror should have put up more of a fight. We didn't get to join in.
Long live the heroes. Thank you. It's finally over. Many trade routes have closed due to the Storm Terror incident. We can cope for now without fresh fruit and vegetables. But if the wine supply dries up, we're all doomed. I cannot imagine a world without wine. I hope they get the trade routes back up and running soon.
So Storm Terror's true identity. Every cloud has a for that. As long as.
Greetings. May I take your order?
Why so cold? I've always thought that we enjoy quite the intimate friendship.
The handsome Mr. Kaya.
Ah, so you do feel something for me. And people say my charm is fake. To bask in the presence of Mondstadt's new big hero is quite the morale boost. And that's coming from a knight.
Sweet-talking, sugar-coated Captain Kaya.
Nonsense. I speak from the heart.
What are you doing here?
Just looking for a quiet spot to collect my thoughts.
While all the other knights are working hard to clean up after the battle?
Thinking can be an arduous task, you know. Believe me, I'd much rather be taking out the trash.
So what you thinking about then?
The Abyss Order. A dragon wreaks havoc in Mondstadt, and the acting Grand Master leaves the city to combat the threat. Strategically, that's the perfect moment for the Abyss Order to make their move. If you were the Abyss Order, would you squander this golden opportunity by sending in nothing more than a few hilly churls?
You're right, it doesn't add up.
To get to the bottom of it, I decided to wait. So I waited, and watched for their next move. Then came the day you made all hell break loose in Storm Terror's lair. Just as the hilly churls' cries sounded from the city gates. That same day, I saw shadowy figures lurking in the city itself.
Inside the city?
Well, all the other knights were outside, fighting the enemy. As you can imagine, that left the inside of the city completely unguarded. Except for me, of course. And so I approached the Abyss Order infiltrators for a bit of, let's call it fraternizing. Through various means, I managed to gather some rather interesting intel. The situation is this. The Abyss Order, they are united under a single leader.
The Abyss Order has a leader?
Yes. And it was this very leader who devised the plot to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war.
What exactly did you have to do to find this out?
Let's just say I'm blessed with certain linguistic powers. There's more. The Abyss Order has a name for this leader. They call him the Prince.
Prince.
Now, I'm sorry to cut this intelligence briefing short, but I do believe I spy Amber heading this way. I think she's still angry with me for my absence from the defense effort during the attack. I'd better slip away before she notices me.
One minute I see Kaya, the next he slipped away. Clear sign of a guilty conscience.
He does a lot behind the scenes.
Are you sure? Because that sounds like exactly what he'd say to talk himself out of trouble. But let's forget about him. I worked super hard today, and my tummy's rumbling. Let's order. Hi, Sarah. 1 sticky honey roast, please.
Are we all gonna share the roast, Amber?
It's been getting quite busy recently. So, now the Storm Terror threat is behind us. What are your plans for the next step?
Paimon thinks it's time to leave Mondstadt and keep looking through the 7 nations until we find clues about her brother.
Huh, really? Oh, well, I guess this is goodbye for now.
I will miss my Favonian family.
Hey, don't feel down. You'll always be a friend of the Knights of Avonius, and our honorary knight. Wherever you may go, and wherever the wind may blow.
Let the wind lead.
That's the spirit. Remember, Mondstadt will always welcome you. All right, now let's eat before it gets cold.
You enjoy relaxing mealtime.
That was good. Note to Paimon, Amber's recommendations are worth the wait.
Of course. Well, I don't trust myself in the kitchen. You can always trust me with the menu. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Jean's waiting for you at the cathedral. It's something to do with the Holy Lyre de Himmel. You'd better head there now.
This is Barbara, the deaconess of the church. She is here to retrieve the Holy Lyre to Hamil.
May the Animal Archon protect you. I'm not really in a position to speak compared to our acting Grand Master, but I still want to thank you all on behalf of all of Mondstadt for your assistance. Fortunately, everything was resolved peacefully. I can't imagine how an all-out war between the military and the dragon would have ended.
Now the Fatui have no choice but to keep their mouths shut. They must be annoyed that things didn't turn out as planned for them. This time, they even lost their best excuse to pressure the Knights of Favonius. Diplomatically speaking, they gained nothing, and on the contrary, simply proved just how vexatious they can be.
Sounds like quite the story. So, did you bring the Holy Lyre with you? We cannot ask you to keep defending the lyre forever. The Seneschal has been pressing me for a while now.
We, did bring it with us. It's a little...
Oh, don't worry. I'm not here to collect rent. The church has always received special funding. The Holy Lyre! Lord Barbados! Even if I atone for these sins for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough!
Oh, give it here.
How could this Holy Lyre, but how?
Huh? Let Paimon see!
No. I don't know how you managed to fix it, but you'll never touch the lyre again!
We, really should get going. That trick I used to repair the Holy Lyre. I mean, the magic I used isn't going to hold forever, you know.
What? You tone-deaf bard! Hey, don't go!
Huh?
At last, Mondstadt's rodent ruler in the flesh. Scurrying through the streets looking for leftovers? Mondstadt calls this a god?
Resident rodent beats invasive vermin.
Don't you dare speak back to me, insolent bard. Absentee Archon of Mondstadt. How impotent you've become.
That smirk you wear looks out of place. Did you steal it from your master's face?
Should have held your tongue. So, this is a gnosis. Wouldn't be caught dead wearing this ugly thing in public.
Beauty is a waste when the beholder has no taste.
Venti!
Well, we have what we came here for. Come, before our dear Favonian friends arrive. Leave nothing for them to find.
After much time had passed.
Honorary Knight, you're awake!
Venti, is he alright?
I wouldn't say he's alright, exactly. I found you lying unconscious outside the cathedral and used my elemental powers to heal you. That bard awakened first, but strangely, my healing powers had almost no effect on him. This is the first time I've encountered such a patient. But he just said, it's completely normal, and then got up and left the cathedral.
He left? Already? Where'd he go?
The symbol of Mondstadt's hero. That's what he said. I wanted to stop him, but Jean, I mean, Master Jean, said to let him leave. How strange.
I think Jean understands.
Paimon remembers Venti healing under that tree before. It's probably due to the connection between Windrise and the Animal Archon. Master Jean has figured it out as well, but we can't tell Barbara.
The Fatui were the ones who attacked you? That's too much. Master Jean has already returned to the Knight's headquarters. She said that she will look for evidence, but she also said that if the Fatui didn't leave any traces, the Knights might find it difficult to lodge a complaint against them.
The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. I said the exact same thing last time. Why do I only say these things when I'm down on my luck?
So, what's a gnosis?
So you noticed. This isn't something I'm meant to discuss with ordinary people. But I suppose I can let you in on the secret. As you know, visions are external magical foci that only a small minority of people possess. They use these visions to channel elemental power. In truth, every wielder of a vision is one who can attain godhood and ascend to Celestia. We call such people allogenes.
Allogenes? Paimon's never heard of them before.
That's because this is a secret that only Archons are privy to. We don't need primitive tools like visions. Instead, each Archon has an internal magical focus that resonates directly with Celestia itself, known as a gnosis.
What about the thing hanging off your hip?
It's just a glowing glass ball I carry around to avoid suspicion.
Huh.
So who was that nasty woman who sent Paimon flying and stole your gnosis?
Her name is Signora, number 8 of the Harbingers. She and the rest of the Harbingers have been given godlike executive authority by the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, and with it, strength surpassing that of other mortals.
The Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya? Isn't that...
Indeed. She is one of the 7. The Tsaritsa who reigns from the Zeppeljorny Palace, and the one person that the Fatui Harbingers all answer to.
The 7 don't always get along well, but still. I never thought that she would plot to steal another Archon's gnosis.
What sort of god is the Sarista?
How should I put this? 500 years ago, I knew her well. But I can't say the same is true now. You see, a certain catastrophe happened 500 years ago, and after that, she cut off all ties with me. But we can save discussion of the Cryo Archon and the Fatui for another day. If you seek the rest of the 7, many difficulties lie ahead of you still. You should head for Mondstadt's neighboring nation of Liyue. The Geo-Archon who reigns there, unlike me, administrates his entire region personally. He only descends once every year to give his divine predictions, which set the direction for Liyue for the rest of that year.
Even so, it sounds like he works much harder than a certain someone,
In any case, this year's Rite of Descension is soon to begin. If you miss it, you'll just have to wait another year.
What? Oh, why didn't you tell us before? Well, then bye! We're going!
One moment, Windborn Outlander.
Sorry for borrowing the statue's animal power without asking.
Just use it gratefully. Or, better yet, treat me to a glass of dandelion wine. Traveler, as you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters.
They are all part of your journey. The destination is not everything. So before you reach the end, keep your eyes open. Use the chance to take in the world around you.
I understand.
Great. So, that's that for the Animo Archon's admonishments. Back to Venti time. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb. Up till the end, Dvalin remembered his duty as one of the Four Winds. As such, I don't intend to forcibly strip him of that duty and force my ideals of freedom onto him. I just hope that Dvalin will be able to choose for himself and understand what freedom is. Before I became an Archon, I too was taught the meaning of freedom in this way by a friend. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays. Kaya shared some new intelligence, you say? Oh, I see. So, the Abyss Order has a prince who orchestrated the plan to corrupt Dvalin? They were probably trying to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war for the Abyss. But that said, I have never heard of any such prince of the Abyss Order.
So this is a recent development.
I think so too. Apparently. But how does a prince come out of nowhere and take command over the entire Abyss Order? If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stay.
That Fatui lady didn't hang around, did she? She just grabbed your gnosis and left?
She wanted to avoid any eyewitnesses from the Knights of Favonius. The slightest slip-up here would have destroyed the Fatui's diplomatic relations with the Knights.
So they're just gonna keep acting like Mondstadt's allies as if nothing happened?
If only the Seven Nations had banded together against the Abyss Order in the first place. The Fatui possess the strongest military among the Seven Nations, yet they've used it to steal the Holy Lyre, covet the power of gods, and use Dvalin as a bargaining chip against the Knights.
Speaking of the lyre, didn't Diluc say something like this before? He said that the Fatui can only run amok across the Seven Nations and threaten the Knights because of the Harbingers.
Yes. As I said earlier, the Cryo-Archon has given them authority and strength beyond that of other mortals. The Tsaritsa... I haven't seen her in 500 years. What is she thinking? What's her plan? Whatever the answer is, I have a feeling it's only going to make your search for the Seven all the more difficult. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays now. As I said before, vision wielders are known as allogenes and may ascend to Celestia. A gnosis is a higher order nexus of elemental manipulation and is emblematic of an Archon's status as one of the Seven. But as for which of the Seven took your brother, I'm sorry, I don't know. Wait, as one of the Seven, I'm not clear of suspicion yet either, am I?
We've known you long enough to trust you.
We're a great team indeed. Say, once you find your brother, how would you like to become one of the new Four Winds?
Perhaps.
You don't seem too into it. Hey, Tone-Deaf Bard! If being one of the Four Winds means free food, you can consider Paimon.
If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard. Well then, best be off to Liyue. If the dissension ritual you fail to tally, then another year you must dally.
Various way, blah blah blah.
Huh? Seems like we were just sent a strange book. It does have a really nice cover, though. Oh, Paimon's really curious. Let's read it and see what it's about.
If you want to chat, now's the time. Well then.
Okay. Let's see. We'll do this first because it's gonna end soon. Outside the canvas, inside the lens, Duke his chapter. You once again encounter. Why is it so far away? I'm not gonna make it in time. Forget that. Don't tell me I have to go over. Why is everything so far away?
Freeze! Dodge this! Freeze!
Is this an answer from this world?
reward on the road.
This is Wolvendom. People from Mondstadt hardly ever come here. Even though it's not so far away from the city, the environment here is totally untouched. It's a wild place ruled by the laws of nature. It's survival of the fittest out here. Even the slimes around here are huge. Like those super-duper massive ones over there.
Eek. They've seen us. Prepare for battle.
Windblade.
Prepare to be blown away!
Oh, my Archon! Thank you. Ah! Wolves! Run!
Do not worry. Wolves, friends. But you are?
We're just some boring old travelers passing through.
Don't smell boring. You smell familiar.
We smell?
You smell like Knights of Favonius. They are friends.
Are you also one of the knights?
I am Razor. I am no knight.
Oh.
What's with the wolf pack?
My wolf pack. They are my family.
Your family?
Yes, they raised me. We live together. We are family.
So many questions.
They are angry with me. I help you. Exposed our ambush. Boar ran away.
Ah, don't worry. Paimon will get her friend to catch you another boar. She's stronger than she looks.
No, no need. When knights try to help, wolves go hungry.
Don't be silly. Wait here. We won't screw this up. Just watch.
Open the inventory, use a hunting trap. Cannot attract boars. Boars tend to avoid people and run away. Okay. What if I already have meat?
Ha ha! Told you we could do it.
So easy.
Thanks, but wolves catch 5 or 6 every hunt. Tonight they go hungry.
Oh.
Don't worry. You tried. At least you did better than other knight friend. The red one. Bernie girl. If she was here, whole mountain is fire. Can't catch even one boar. I must go now. Here is not safe. Careful.
always watching.
What a weirdo. Bernie girl? From the Knights of Favonius? What is he? Who do you think it is?
Add Astra.
Mondstadt welcomes you.
Hi, Paimon. Hi, Traveler. What can I do for you?
Hi, Amber.
Amber, something has come up.
Amber, do you know a wolf boy from Wolvendom?
Who?
He said you guys hit it off like a mountain on fire.
What on earth are you talking about?
Strange. He said he would wait for you at your regular spot. Did you lose your memory or something?
My memory is fine, but you've been eating magic matsutake again, haven't you, Paimon? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Magic matsutake? Remind me what color they are?
Purple.
Paimon may have had a couple the other day. But that's not the point. Paimon's not loopy. Do you really not know that boy that lives with the wolves?
I don't know what you're talking about. But on the subject of wolves, I've been investigating something recently. In the past, the wolves never dared venture outside of Wolvendom, but now they're getting braver. I heard they attacked a cart fleet near Drunkard Gorge. If you have time, could you come and check out the situation with me?
Sure.
Awesome. I knew I could count on you. Let's go. Look, up ahead! Something's happening!
That ain't no wolf pack. Looks like it's the hilly trails attacking the carts after all.
Huh, not such a mystery after all. Enough talk, let's go help out! Bless you.
Piece of cake.
So, the hilly trails have been starting to flex their muscles on the back of the wolf scare.
That's right. But I must say, if you think the hilly trails are a nasty lot, the wolves are even worse. They attacked Springvale this morning.
Springvale? That's crazy!
It's unheard of. I thought I would take my chances on the road after the wolves had their fun. I never thought the hilly trails would show up too.
We should head there soon and see how bad the situation is. But first things first, you should assess the damage to your cart. Does it still work?
I'll take a look.
Okay, where? Oh no, Hopkins!
Oh dear. This is awful. Poor lad can't even stand.
That's terrible.
Except he's not actually injured.
Right. It's awful. The wolves frighten him so badly that he's paralyzed with fear.
That really is awful. Do you remember any significant details of what you saw?
I've never seen a wolf in my life before today. It was terrifying.
No details then, huh? Let's investigate the area again.
These claw marks. From them, we can tell the number and size of the wolves. This time, there were at least 2 wolves. And they must be...
Be what?
Yes, yes. They must be at least 2 meters high.
Come on, you do know what a wolf is, right?
Hey, wolves are mysterious creatures. It's not like you see them every day. This is a wolf's tooth. He must have smashed into the door when he pounced.
Perhaps it's calcium deficient.
Anyway, seems pretty lucky how no one in the village got seriously injured.
Meat is the meaning of life.
Mr. Treff always gets so drunk after a hunt.
Is this an answer from this world?
What a bore.
Wolfer. I heard that in Liyue, they make calligraphy brushes out of this stuff. The color looks nothing like Mondstadt wolf fur, based on what the books say. Could it be that they're from somewhere else entirely?
Hair looks different at every place on the body. Same applies to wolves. You don't know where it's from.
But look at this.
Another hair. But what's that stuck to it?
Seed, I guess?
It's the seed of a wolf hook berry. Look, there are little hooks on the seed. The only places this grows in Mondstadt are Wolvendom and Bright Crown Canyon.
So it's Wolvendom wolves after all?
From that area, yes, but it could be that there are other wolf packs encroaching on their territory. This doesn't tell us everything, but it does give us a strong lead, enough to start investigating. I'll go and see to the villagers before we head off.
How is your investigation coming along?
What? You're standing!
Yes, I see. I have recovered, thankfully. I managed to claw my way back out of the depths of hell. So, Knights of Favonius, what have you found out?
From inspecting the wolf fur left at the scene, we can tell that the wolves came from Wolvendom. Beyond that, we don't know anything. But please remain calm. I will head to Wolvendom shortly and get to the bottom of this. The Knights of Favonius will not allow this danger to continue any longer.
Good. Better late than never, I suppose.
How rude!
In the meantime, we'll just have to keep dealing with this on our own.
Please, don't do anything stupid.
We do things a bit differently around here. You Favonius lot probably aren't used to it. They will pay for what they've done. Goodbye.
It's awful. Really is.
What is?
Their future outlook, I mean. Young people can be so impulsive sometimes. If it's not too much to ask, I hope you can keep an eye on them. Stop them from getting into trouble.
It's no trouble. That's what we're here for. Even though that guy really isn't much of a charmer. Leave it to us.
Off to Wolvendom we go!
Sure, why not?
Who's there?
Chill out, Razor. It's
You are also Knight?
So, you don't know each other after all?
The red one, Bernie girl?
No, this girl also red, but not so Bernie like other girl.
This is starting to make sense. Is this the wolf boy you were talking about?
Correct. His name is Razor.
Help me out.
With what?
No time. I sent Lupacall away. People coming. Bad people.
Those guys from earlier?
I understand, but first, I have a few questions.
I smell blood. Quick!
Blood? I hope the wolves didn't attack those idiots. Blood droplets.
Not human blood. Wolf blood. Lupacall blood.
Lupa what now? Are you gonna tell us what it means yet?
Lupacall is family fate gave me. When wolf accepts human as its own, or human accepts wolf, that is Lupacall.
Sounds like gibberish to me.
That's strange. Where does the word come from? Surely it wasn't made up by the wolves.
It's just the name he gave.
Who's he?
Guardian of this land.
Wouldn't that be Barbados, though? He is the ruler of Mondstadt.
Enough! Another clue. Follow me.
Hey, wait! This is your chance to prove your innocence!
He's already gone.
Is this an answer from this world?
This is him. We find his blood. Bad men did this.
How terrible!
I do agree that it's awful, but that doesn't change the fact that...
We didn't attack village! Not us! A black wolf and his pack. Not from here. They tried to take over land. They broke the code.
Whose code?
Guardian of this land.
That's now the second time you've brought that up. Tell us who that is.
I take Lupacall further in. Follow me. Maybe you see.
What's this? They're so huge!
Where are we? Kittens?
help me. Collect these.
Aren't those wolf hook seeds?
Crush them. Put on wound. Bleeding stop.
It's true. Wolfhook seeds have a liquid coating that not only functions as a mild painkiller, but also has a hemostatic effect. I read that in a book.
Why?
I have no idea.
Hooks help seeds move. Liquid stops pain and bleeding. Animal doesn't feel hooks. They take seeds far away. Purple teacher told me so. I stay here. Take care of this one. I answer Red Girl's questions.
Right, and if that lot does come back, I doubt they will try their luck against a member of the Knights of Favonius. Your wolf friend is not clear of my suspicion just yet, but we'll still need to fetch those seeds.
Looks like this. Can use to stop bleeding.
We're back! Have we got enough?
Yes, enough.
Razor was just telling me about the Wolven Code of Conduct. Mind-blowing stuff.
Thank you.
We've looked everywhere and haven't seen any other wolves.
Yep, that's wolves for you. The one we managed to capture must have been sick or something.
What are you doing here?
Revenge.
It's him! The one who was raised by wolves!
Huh? So, it was you. I should have known wolves aren't smart enough to be behind this. I can't believe you would help wolves plot against humans. They throw you some scraps and you treat them like kin? Have you forgotten what you are?
Enough! Yeah! You can't talk about Razor like that!
The Knights of Favonius are gonna let this guy off?
We did not raid village.
What is this disturbance to which I awaken? This is no offering to Boreas. Not only do you come for my kind, so too do you fail to recognize your own transgression. I will not stand for such impertinence!
I taste blood.
Let it rain. Windblade! Be gone!
spark things up a little.
Yep.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
I'll race you there! I'll race you there! I'll race you there!
Don't get frostbite. Ha! Cool it! What's the hurt? Please, calm.
It's just like he said. An outside wolf pack coming in and breaking the rules. They will reap what they have sown. But Razor, you must not get involved. This is for the wolves to settle between themselves. You fight not with claws, but with the sword. You strike not with teeth, but with lightning. You are human, Razor.
I am not like them. I don't belong.
You are no wolf. This is a matter for the wolves, and the wolves alone. And you... You are Razor's Lupercal amongst humans. Your nobility stands out against others of your kind. If you ever wish, you may train with me. I have nothing further to say. May we meet again, Razor and company.
Hey, Razor, what's that look for? Why don't you come to the city for a few days?
Yeah, you have a friend in Mondstadt anyway, right? You know, that red Bernie friend of yours?
You're not safe in the wild anymore, but I know that you don't want to hurt them.
I'm fine. Don't worry. But I'm not city human. But also, not wolf.
Razor.
Thank you, traveler. Paimon and other red girl.
Hey, we've been with you all this time, and you still don't even know my name?
Goodbye.
Hey! Wake up! Hey! You're finally awake. Paimon was worried sick.
Whoops, I'm not supposed to be here. Where are we?
No idea. Paimon just woke up and then we were here. Oh, Paimon's head is all dizzy. The scenery here looks different too. Oh, what should we do, Traveler? Please don't tell Paimon someone abducted us and brought us to some strange place that we could never leave.
Let's take a look around first.
You're right. Better to think of this as the beginning of a new adventure. Thank goodness you're still here. If Paimon woke up alone, she probably would be trembling in a tree hollow. Let's follow this path for now. We might be able to meet someone and figure out what this place is all about.
Was there any more of whatever that was back here? Well, it recommended that I finish whatever quests, but I guess it's fine.
Traveler, did those plants by the road look weird to you? It almost looked like they were made of paper. And those two frogs over there? Yeah, they look like pieces of origami.
Oh, by the shade of a lotus leaf stream, don't tell me you forgot how to jump.
I didn't forget, Firecracker. I'm just not sure if what I remember is correct.
Next thing you know, you'll have forgotten how to sing, much less notate a score. You still remember why we call you Stream, don't you?
Yeah, because I've got a great singing voice. Although these days, name seems more ironic than anything.
Not just a great voice, one that evokes the gentleness of early morning dewdrops flowing into a spring. So cheer up and make the jump over. If you're still unsure, just use that roll of magic thread. I won't laugh, I promise. Now, don't tell me you've forgotten how to use that as well.
I haven't forgotten everything, Firecracker. Your name, for instance. It's kind of hard to forget that you're named after your fiery temper. Now do me a favor and pipe down for a second. I'll be right over.
You saw that too, right? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
I saw some talking paper frogs.
This place is getting more confusing by the second. Anyway, why don't we go after those two frogs? They didn't look evil or anything. Plus, they might be able to help us out.
Don't push your luck. Cool it. What's the... Quite the find.
Thanks, llama.
I'll keep this close.
Guess we're not catching up to those frogs. They were so fast. Paimon couldn't even tell where they hopped off to in the end.
Excuse me, honored travelers. Did you come from the Cliff of Prophecy, perchance?
The chubby paper hamster just talked.
Chubby? Who are you calling chubby? I've just got a slightly thicker layer of paper on me, that's all. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Armand, and I'm an elder of the Forest of Blessings. I've been waiting here for the hero of prophecy to arrive.
Traveler, could you pinch Paimon just to make sure she's not still dreaming?
I think I need pinching as well.
Pinching, you say? Well, I can help with that. Although you'll have to get a little closer. My arms are rather short.
That's all right. We just need a minute to collect ourselves. Okay. Let's think things through. We know for sure this isn't the world we're familiar with. The talking paper animals and all the paper trees and plants make that pretty clear.
The hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to the world. That is what the prophecy says.
The prophecy.
Dearie me, I completely forgot to introduce you to this world, didn't I? And here I am, getting all excited by the arrival of the hero. You'll have to excuse me. This old brain isn't what it once was, all shell and no nut. Oh well, perhaps my once glossy paper has faded past the point of no return.
It's okay, really. You can just tell us all about this world now.
Let me think. Where should I even begin? Pretty much forgotten everything that happened in the past. Right. I believe the story circulating along the pulp of this forest goes as follows. A long, long time ago, 3 goddesses created this world and named it Simulanka. The goddess of creation, who presides over matter and magic, created the mountains and rivers and gave us life. Her powers also paved the way for Simulanka to exist in numerous worlds. After the goddess of creation came the goddess of prophecy, with dominion over the stars and the course of fate itself. She induced the sky to spin and the earth to move. Even to this day, her statue still stands tall at the highest point of Constellation Metropole. The final goddess was the goddess of fate, she who reigns over all treasured tales and dearest wishes. She bestowed upon us the fierce and everlasting feelings of love and hate, and showed us the meaning of death and hope.
Whoa, they all seem super impressive. Sounds like they really did a lot.
Of course. All new residents of Simulanka come to the forest to thank the goddess of creation for founding this world, and travel to Constellation Metropole to witness the divinations of the goddess of prophecy's numerous oracles. After that, they make their way to the end of the world and tell the goddess of fate about their most cherished dreams. Well, at least that's how it used to be.
How it used to be? Did something bad happen?
You mentioned something about restoring peace to this world.
Oh, yeah. That has to do with the hero you're waiting for, right?
Yes, this old brain of mine may have forgotten many things, but I will never forget the day the evil dragon descended upon our forest. It came down from the skies in an ominous black mist and ravaged our homeland. Its gigantic footprints can still be seen in the kingdom of breezes and bells. We're incredibly fortunate that no one was hurt.
Sounds terrifying.
The terror doesn't stop there, I'm afraid. Ever since the attack, the Calligraphy Tavern in the forest has been closed. No one knows why, but it's a catastrophe of the highest order for us, forest dwellers.
A catastrophe of the highest order? All because a tavern closed? If we were talking about Mondstadt here, Paimon might understand, but is it really all that serious?
Good goddess of creation above. We'd take even the greatest flood over the closure of the tavern. Wet paper will dry out with time. Fallen trees can be restored. But the Calligraphy Tavern is the only source of the magic tonic that sustains all creatures in the forest.
Magic what?
Magic tonic. It was gifted to the forest by the goddess of creation herself. A special potion that helps us maintain our vitality.
What happens if you stop drinking it?
Well, our bodies will gradually crumple and become brittle until they eventually disintegrate entirely. Our colors will fade and we'll start to lose our memory until we can't even remember our own names.
But wait, Grandpa Almond, does that mean you've
Oh, I'm afraid so. The color has all but completely faded from my paper. To be honest, all I really remember is that I'm supposed to wait here for the hero of prophecy. But I've already forgotten who gave me that order to begin with.
Then we've got to act fast! How can we help?
Oh, brave Pixie. May the goddess of fate reward you and your friend for your kindness. Could it be you're the heroes I've been waiting for all along?
Not sure how we know that. Plus, we can't even remember how we got here, so it's not looking too promising.
We're trying to find a way back in our world.
Well, this is turning out to be quite the conundrum for old Almond Brain here. The prophecy never mentioned anything like that. For now, why don't you come with me to the Hut of Blessings? Our forest fairy lives there. Maybe she'll know what to do.
Whoa, a forest fairy? Like one that knows magic?
Oh, you betcha. She's prophesied to join the hero on their journey.
Well, then she sounds like exactly the kind of person we need. Please lead the way, Grandpa Almond. That meadow over there looks pretty strange.
That's what the Calligraphy Tavern looks like. Now it's lost all of its color.
Paper frogs live in the Rain-Son Pond and are adept jumpers. Press the interact button to pull the magic thread on its back and use movement to modify the frog's jump direction and distance. Press the attack button while pulling on the magic thread to make the paper frog jump forward. When the pulling distance exceeds the magic thread's maximum limit, the paper frog will automatically jump forward. Okay.
Is this an answer from this world? I need to remove the lotus leaves. Is this an answer from this world?
Band is ready. Paper Frog Choir will perform sequentially according to the rhythm. Direct the right mouse froggy to jump at just the right moment. Oh boy. There may be song and dance accompanying the performance. Remember to follow the accompanying rhythm too.
Is this an answer from this world?
That wasn't so bad.
A reward on the road. Hip.
Honestly, that last one kind of gave me anxiety a little. Like, have I waiting long enough? Hello? Hello, fellow llamas.
Prepare to be blown away!
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this! Freeze! Don't push your luck. Cool it.
No escape!
What do you think, cutie?
Well done, my fine hind-legged ladies and gentlemen. Well done indeed. This jumping contest is on fire. Just a moment ago, we saw a stamp the fearless show his awesome might. With his impressive epic strength, he's made a stable yet distant leap, one worthy of a favorite to take gold. But next up we have the one you've all been waiting for, the unequaled, the unrivaled, the unparalleled. Robert! Heh. Who will emerge as champion and win the great honor and burden of fetching the princess? Before the final round begins, let us take a short break and give our two contestants time to rest. For the time being, the competition venue will be open to you all, so go forth and jump to your heart's content. That is what the Rain-Son Pawn is here for, after all. Okay. Hello. Frobert, I know how nervous you are right now, but this is the final match that every frog has been looking forward to. I'm sorry, Mr. Howellow, but Please don't blame him, sir. Give him a moment to rest. After all, Frobert, I'm sure you need some time to think about how you shall pleasantly surprise us all. Estamp, you're good enough, I think. Oh, save it, friend. You will no doubt set a new record in just a moment, trust me. For now, just rest. You need time. Alright, you're right, my friend. I need some time. Greetings, honored guests. You don't seem like frogs. Nonetheless, welcome to Rain-Son Pond. May your legs be limber. Tell me about the competition. As you have seen and heard, this contest is to decide the frog who's best at jumping. Our contestants go through the qualifiers, group matches, and elimination matches, and only those who make it through all these can reach the finals. That, sounds kinda complicated. It's not complicated at all. Simply step into the arena and clear the challenges that lie before you. Dear guests, if it suits your fancy, you can also try out the bouncing contest here. This is meant to test the contestant's speed and stability when jumping. I was just about to do some practice here, then take part in the next contest. But my skills aren't exactly up to par. I can't jump well enough on my own. Would you two be willing to assist me? So... there's no competition ongoing here? Of course, the competition's already reached the finals, so the other venues are now open for practice. Keep practicing, keep jumping, keep competing. That's the way you get better and better. Come on, dear guests. You'll enjoy the bouncing contest too, I guarantee it. Alright. Over here first. Oh, you won't? Okay. This game's pretty fun, don't you think? Paimon wants to give it a try too. Be my guest. Paimon can pose as if she's jumping in the air too, you know. It's pretty much the same anyway. Haha, I knew you would enjoy the bouncing contest. But just now, that was just a game. This is way... a long way off from a real contest. Only the very best of us can take part in the latter. And this contest will decide who's the best suited to rescue the princess. It's just so exciting. Sorry, my dear guests. My apologies. I just can't help but ramble on about Frobert. After all, the whole reason we've organized so many contests was to choose the paper frog with the steadiest, furthest, most awe-inspiring jump so that they could go rescue the princess. There's still some time before the final match begins, so feel free to take a look around. Hello. We'll use his booming voice to remind us when the competition is about to begin, so listen out for it and make sure you find good seats. Hello.
Hip.
Sigh. I hope everyone will be able to do their best today, and that they won't give up even if they fall into the pond. Welcome, dear guests. I presume you're also here to watch the competition. Welcome, in any case, to Rainson Pond. You have come at the right time, but also perhaps the wrong one. The competition is coming to a close, with only the final, the results of which is already beyond doubt, left to take place. I'm sure you have heard of Frobert and Stamp. They are both leading exponents in the art of jumping, but in my experience, Frobert is sure to win. Frobert is far better at this than any other paper frog, and has won countless championships as a result. He is, therefore, the undisputed favorite. He has the strongest legs, the most agile mind, the most resolute spirit. Most importantly, he constantly seeks to share his know-how with all other frogs. Estamp is, like me, one of the paper frogs who learned by watching him. I respect, trust, and believe that he will once again achieve great success. Before the final begins, I'd like to stay and practice a little longer to prepare for the next round of competitions. If you don't mind, we could practice together. Perhaps you might even come up with some good ideas to help me jump all the better. So, after choosing the paper frog who'll save the princess... Of course, this is not just about rescuing the princess. Most important is the contest itself and what it teaches us: self-belief, resolve, bravery. Only a paper frog who understands and embodies such virtues will emerge as our champion. Come then, dear guests. Let's see if you can feel the virtue inherent in our contest. Reserve the attempt, okay. What? Sorry, what? Not bad, you're quite good at this. If you have time, I'll be willing to recommend you to the organizing committee. Next time we hold this competition, we'll be able to measure ourselves against one another. Still, I shan't take up more of your time until then. The final's about to begin. Guess we'll have to see just how good this Frobert guy is. He'll blow your socks off for sure. Still, he did seem a bit nervous when I saw him recently. He was constantly practicing the most basic moves, and then getting annoyed at how he was performing them. But these are the finals. It's normal to get nervous, right? Oh, a bit of nerves are to be expected. That's what I thought, but No, I still believe in him. He's not the type to give in so easily. I've got to keep practicing myself. If you'd like, dear guests, please feel free to have a look around. The finals are about to begin, though, so be sure you don't miss them. And here it is, here it comes. My fine hind-legged ladies and gentlemen, the unparalleled Frobert steps forward to make his leap, and he jumped 3 lotus leaves and fell into the water. It seems we have a champion. The one who will welcome our princess is a stamp. Congratulations to our... No, Mr. Hawawawawaw. I protest. This is ridiculous. Absurd, even. I shall not accept the title of champion in this matter. Goodness gracious, by the morning dew. Come now. You surpassed Frobert in front of all frogkind. Frobert slipped up, that's all. He's just not in good form, you know. That will not convince me, nor any other paper frog. Anyway, let's give Frobert a moment to himself. We'll continue this later. It seems we have guests. Welcome, welcome to Rainson Pond. What can I help you with? We saw a frog make a really awesome leap. Then you must have caught sight of Frobert. He's one of the participants in this contest, and the finest jumper in all the pond, or so he once was.
A contest? Ooh, Paimon gets it. This must be the sort of competition to see who can jump the best.
Very sharp of you, young lady. That's exactly the sort of competition we're running. Only the most legendary leaper and skilled skipper may take the crown, thus earning the great burden of rescuing the princess.
Huh, sounds pretty cool. See, shame we seem to have missed it all, though.
Otherwise, I'd have taken part.
Really? Paimon's never seen you jump that far before, except when you were running away from monsters.
It's the taking part that counts. You never know. We might get a prize for participating. It's the taking... Okay, I read that wrong, but I get it.
Hey, why's the reward always the first thing on your mind?
Ha ha ha. In that case, you'll do well to ask our champion over here for some advice. My apologies, dear guests, and Mr. Hawawaw too, but I said it before and I'll say it again, I'm no champion. But as surely as the lotus stems stand, according to the rules, you are the champion. I'll be the judge of that, thank you very much. This contest is meant to pick the best of us, the most skilled of jumpers, to go save our princess. This is a matter of the honor of all frogkind. And Frobert is the very best of us. You know this. All of us do. So, Frobert was really that impressive?
Oh, we've heard a lot of other paper frogs talking about him. Is everything they say about him true?
That's right. Frobert was the best frog in our pond. He could easily bound all the way across 12 lotus leaves and land on the 13th, and he'd land so lightly that the dew upon the leaf would not be disturbed. He could even jump between lotus leaves amidst a flowing river and not fall into the water, no matter how fierce the current. So I'm guessing he's not in good form right now.
Yeah, he seems kinda down. He looked super sad when he was leaving just now, too.
He's just having a temporary rough patch. It's the only reason that he made mistakes. Please, Mr. Hawawawawaw, for the sake of the contest and the sake of our calling, I'd like to ask for a rematch. If you deem it necessary, you can consult the opinion of all the other frogs. I am sure they'll concur. Listen, Estamp. I know you're a capital fellow, sharp-minded and upstanding to boot. But did you not see how Frobert was faring? He left without even attempting to make another leap. I'll speak with him. We've trained together all this time, so I know how he feels. He'll understand. For the love of lotus leaves and lucent dew... All right, I'll go with you to meet Frobert.
Well, come along too. We're, really good at encouraging people.
And we're great jumpers, too.
Have you been secretly training behind Paimon's back or something?
I'm just good at making others jump a long way away. Ha ha ha. Both humorous and polite. Thank you for your goodwill. In that case, let's go together. With any luck, that good humor of yours might soothe his sore spirit. Pawn, protect us. I wonder which shall serve us better, the soft or hard approach. Robert. Oh, how? How could this be? How could Robert flub it up so badly? Let's see. Okay. He's here. Ah, there you are. The award ceremony is over then. Just the opposite, in fact. Both Mr. Hawawawawaw and I are of the opinion that things are far from over. Indeed, I hereby announce in my capacity as referee that you, Mr. Frobert, have one more chance to jump. To maintain the fairness of this competition and to fulfill our duty to the calling, you must do a re-jump. Here, Mr. Hawawaw, I, as a contestant, cite the competition rules pertaining to competitive behavior that may bring harm to oneself and one's tribe. I forfeit my second jump attempt. I don't want to disappoint everyone again, nor bring ruin to our calling. This is the only truly responsible course of action.
Wow, what a professional answer. You even had the specific clauses handy.
Even gave it a touch of emotional appeal. Alright, looks like playing hardball isn't gonna work. Oh, Lucent Dew and Lotus Leaves. But you haven't left the venue. I don't understand what you mean to say, dear guest. If you really wanted to give up, you wouldn't have stayed here.
That's true. You could see everything that's going on in the long-distance jumping contest from here. If you really had given up and no longer wanted to have anything to do with the contests, why would he stay?
I don't wish to talk about this anymore. I believe I've been clear. Sorry, a stamp, and our two guests as well.
We didn't even wait for Paimon to finish speaking. Woo!
Pants. So tiring. Hang on a moment. Is there anything else I can help you with, dear guests? You saw the terrible state I was in. I admit I mostly knew what you were going to say the moment I saw you arriving with the stamp. My answer is no, and so it will always be. Look at my ankles. They are not ankles that can carry such a heavy burden, not ones that can save a princess. They look like pretty sturdy ankles to me.
Yeah, Paimon hasn't either.
But I made a mistake. No, I've been making mistakes all along. I'm sorry, you two, but I cannot continue competing.
Hey, don't go. We just want to tell you one thing. One last thing.
All frogs make mistakes, they just need to learn from them, that's all. Good guest, you do not understand. I initially believed that mistakes were mere drops of dew that fall upon our heads, nothing that can truly knock a froggy down. But I was wrong. Perhaps they were never mere drops, but rather more akin to rocks at the bottoms of the pond, withered wood stuck into the waterbed, or a vent hidden within the muck. We can overlook them, bury them, step over them, or pretend they don't exist. But they will not rest, my friend. They will await their opportunity for a chance to come back to bite you. Please go and let me go too. I'm nothing but a mere lotus head who had had all its seeds removed. Even a light breeze would surge through the many holes in my heart and chill me to the bone. I cannot take up this great burden. This is the voice of my heart. I've let all frogs down, including myself. You still have a retry, you know.
Yeah, you got another chance to prove yourself.
I do not wish to taste this bitter pain of failure once more. My legs and my heart cannot.
Whoa, that's Lotus Leaf swimming all of a sudden. What's going on?
What? It should have been fixed in place. No, it's moving forward. Please stand firm, dear guests. I will steer it as best as I can. Control the water spouts. Well, no. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Out on the shore. Ah, jeez. Would you look at that? Frobert the Unyielding, Frobert the Bold. He seized the opportunity for a retry and... gasp! A spectacular leap! Spectacular indeed. This is a miracle without precedent. He's the only paper frog ever to leap across this precipice. I knew you had it in you, Frobert. I believed in you. The lotus leaf that suddenly started moving, that was your doing, wasn't it? It was something that Mr. Hawawo and I came up with together. I apologize, dear guest, for hiding this from you. Well, it was certainly exciting. Alright then, Frobert. Now that everyone has witnessed your great leap, you no longer have any reason to reject the victor's crown. But it was a coincidence, a miracle born of circumstances, just one fluke leap. It was only with the aid of these two guests that I was able to do it at all. I'll be honest, we're just having fun drifting alongside you.
Exactly. We were just watching from the sidelines. That big jump is all you.
Still, our work wasn't in vain.
Right? It would have been a waste to stand by and watch such a brilliant frog give up like that.
You love it so
much, and you trained so hard for so long. It would have been awful if you just given up.
A tragedy for you and frogkind. Honored guests, truly your hearts are purer than the first drop of morning dew. I'm sorry, my friend, to have done you such an injustice. You should have been the winner of that match. Ah, come now. You proved that you were the best of us, did you not? Please, listen to me. We have many competitions ahead of us, and I will gladly compete with you 100, 1,000 times more. But this time we must put our best frog forward to fetch the princess. That is our calling, and the future of Rainson Pond rests upon it. As such, there is no room for error. Do you understand me? I do. Good, Frobert. That's wonderful. Ha, well, this all seems to have turned out great. We have ourselves a real champion now, don't we? Next up, our champion shall go rescue the princess, and then our calling will be complete. About that princess of yours.
Yeah, so, you said a whole bunch about this princess of yours. Fetcher this, best frog that. Now everything's ready. Do you actually know where the princess is?
Huh, of course. We're about to go receive and rescue her, for she lives in a tower made of vines and giant trees. Only the bravest, boldest, most jumpiest of frogs may evade the thorns and deep mist, leaping atop the tower to deliver the princess from her cage. To the top in one jump. I'll definitely fall down halfway. Come now, Frobert, don't be in such a rush to return to the pond. Why, we have yet to ever lay eyes upon that tree. Our hard work has paid off. We've located the tower. It's in the kingdom of breezes and bells. Mr. Hawawal, there's naught there but forest and flying squirrel. Certainly not a high tower. Are you certain that it is our destination? Absolutely. I personally went to inspect that place. The tower there is so high that you can barely see the top. There are none, I reckon, who might scale it apart from us paper frogs.
That sounds really impressive.
Let's go take a look. You're coming along too? That would be wonderful. Ha! Looks like we got quite the crowd for our little princess welcoming party. Not bad, not bad at all. See, I knew that things would work out for the best. Let us make our preparations, then set forth for the kingdom of breezes and bells. As for you, dear guests, we shall see you there. Yes, Mr. Frobert. Please go to the award ceremony first, would you? It'll take place at the pond. No! No!
A reward on the road.
I don't want to fall trying to get this thing. What's this thing? Cheapy, cheapy, cheap.
Is this an answer from this world?
Cheapy, cheap, reap, reap, cheap. Boss means to say, let us meet again, should fate allow. Great. Is the right?
I'll keep this close.
Ribbit. Whoa. Oops, I fell. Sorry. I'll be leaving now.
I'll keep this close.
Blue. Help the green frog. Whoops. Where am I supposed to go? Woo.
A reward on the road.
treasure chest, hide yourself well. Coming to find you, oh yes we shall. You found me! Hello. Press the interact button to pull the magic threads on the paper alpaca bag and help her. While connected, you can move to adjust the neck height of the paper alpaca and the direction she's facing. Connected, press the attack button at the correct position, so... Okay. Climb to the heights to view the wasteland and lift my eyes to... Ow, my neck hurts. You need a hand? Come to this place to recite some verses. But alas, my neck is verse averse. Please lend me a hand or a thread mayhap. Let's begin. Rotate and nod in greeting. First nod and knowledge rings on pond. Hold on, where am I? Wait, of course. You know my breezes and bells. Over here, I guess. The breeze know what lies in my heart. The constellation metropole. Once does laughter peal, lifted then to starry wheel. Bravo, bravo.
Is this an answer from this world?
Dodge this! Cool it!
Right.
Oh, so sorry. Freeze!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come, don't be such a brute. You're in for a little shock. My.
No one escapes my sights. That's cheating. Go, go, Baron Bunny!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Dodge this!
Yep. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Don't get frostbite. Cool it, don't push your luck. Dodge this! I'm not done.
Yeah, that's... So... I'm not sure if there's, like a statue of the seven or whatever. Probably not. Well, okay, I think that's enough for tonight. I'll do more of Simulanka to next time, I guess. Hopefully whatever quests I skip aren't important. Recommended. Not completing the recommended quests may result in areas or characters being occupied or meeting new characters early. That's fine. Let's see, what number am I? Act 1. Chapter 1. What is... Chapter 4? Yeah, whatever, that I don't care. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. like I said, I'll continue on with this next time. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do this at least because it's so far away. What? I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, take care. Bye.